February 21, 1916. The dawn bleeds across the Meuse Valley, a deceptive calm masking the storm about to break. Erich von Falkenhayn, chief of the general staff, plotted his gambit: bleed France white, destroy their will to fight. Operation Gericht's offensive, Judgment Offensive, was about to unleash hell upon the fortress city of Verdun. The first shells rained down on Verdun, monstrous projectiles tearing through the morning quiet. Fort Douaumont, seemingly impregnable, fell swiftly, a psychological blow that reverberated through France. The French, caught off guard, scrambled to reinforce their positions, a desperate race against the encroaching storm. General Philippe Pétain arrived, his calm demeanor a stark contrast to the panic surrounding him. The iron rain began, a relentless barrage that reduced the landscape to a blasted wasteland. Shells pulverized villages, obliterated forests, and carved a brutal scar across the French countryside. French soldiers, many reservists and conscripts, braced themselves, knowing survival was a matter of luck. The battle lines stabilized around a network of strategically vital hills: Samigny, Mortham, Côte de Talmont. Each hill became a miniature fortress, fiercely contested, a stage for unending brutality. The fighting devolved into a brutal, grinding war of attrition, a slow, agonizing death for both sides. German assaults were met with stubborn French resistance, each meter gained at a horrific cost. The dead ground, the areas between trenches, became a graveyard for the unwary. Tunnels were dug beneath the battlefield, providing hidden pathways for surprise attacks and sabotage. Men lived and died in the trenches, their lives reduced to a cycle of digging, fighting, and enduring. Disease ran rampant: trench foot, dysentery, and lice became constant companions. The smell of death permeated everything: rotting flesh, decaying wood, and cordite. The landscape itself transformed into a hellscape of mud, blood, and shattered dreams. French chasseurs alpins, mountain troops, proved invaluable in the rugged terrain. The Senegalese tirailleurs, colonial troops, fought with extraordinary bravery and resilience. Hurrah, their war cry echoed across the battlefield, a testament to their unwavering spirit. The Germans launched wave after wave of attacks, employing stormtroopers and flamethrowers. The Leibhusaren, elite cavalry units, were sometimes used in desperate counterattacks. Each attack resulted in staggering casualties, both men and material consumed by the relentless fighting. The iron rain intensified, the ground trembling with each devastating impact. The village of Fleury became a symbol of stubborn resistance, a fortified bastion of French defiance. Artillery duels raged day and night, the sky illuminated by bursts of flame and smoke. The Battle of Verdun became a defining moment of the war, a test of national will and endurance. French morale began to falter under the constant pressure. Whispers of defeat spread through the ranks. Pétain's steadfast leadership and constant rotation of troops helped maintain the defensive line. The rallying cry, "They shall not pass, ils ne passeront pas," became synonymous with French resistance. The Nivelle offensive, launched in April 1916, put further strain on French resources. Mutinies erupted within the French army, a direct consequence of the relentless fighting and heavy losses. The German offensive gradually lost momentum, the initial advantages dwindling with each passing day. The Verdun pocket transformed into a graveyard of a battlefield, the earth saturated with the blood of countless soldiers. The scale of the devastation was unimaginable, a testament to the horrors of modern warfare. The fighting continued relentlessly, even as other fronts consumed the attention of the Allied powers. The constant shelling reduced the landscape to a desolate expanse of mud and rubble. Men clung to life by a thread, battling not only the enemy but also despair and exhaustion. Letters home spoke of unimaginable suffering, of a world consumed by darkness and violence. The spirit of sacrifice burned bright, fueled by patriotism and a determination to resist the enemy. Even in the face of unimaginable horror, moments of humanity and camaraderie shone through. Animals too suffered, horses and mules strained under the weight of supplies and casualties. The French civilian population endured hardship and displacement, their lives forever altered by the conflict. The war poets captured the anguish and futility of the battle, leaving a lasting legacy of remembrance. The German war effort also began to falter, resources stretched thin and morale eroding. The cost of victory, or simply survival, became increasingly prohibitive. The summer of 1916 saw a gradual lull in the intense fighting, but the battle was far from over. Renewed German offensives attempted to break through the French lines, met with fierce resistance. The battle dragged on, a relentless cycle of attack and counterattack, a war of attrition without end. The arrival of American troops in late 1917 began to tip the balance of power. By December 1916, the German offensive had effectively ended, the strategic objectives unachieved. Battle of Verdun continued sporadically until the armistice in 1918. Over 300,000 soldiers lost their lives and hundreds of thousands more were wounded. The battlefield remains a poignant memorial to the sacrifices made, a landscape scarred by the horrors of war. Verdun stands as a stark reminder of the futility of war, the devastating consequences of human conflict. Their memory endures *ils n'y passeront pas, a promise kept, a debt repaid.